Hello, my name is Vincent Tang, and I'm the TTC Project Manager for Area 1 of the Waterfront East LRT. Today, I will be presenting the preliminary design and engineering work for Union Station and Queens Quay-Ferry Docks Station. I will provide a high-level scope of work overview, followed by a discussion on ongoing work to date and work in progress preliminary renderings for the stations, and lastly, the next steps in the design development. The project scope is divided into underground and surface sections. Area 1 is the underground section and is highlighted in pink in the image on the screen. The surface sections, Area 2A and 2B, are highlighted in blue. TTC is responsible for the management of the design development for the below-grade section of this project, in close design coordination with Waterfront Toronto. The below-grade section is from the Union Station Union Streetcar Loop down Bay Street to Queens Quay Station at Queens Quay and Bay Street. The following presentation provides a status update of the preliminary design and engineering work for TTC Focus Area 1. The images on this and the next couple screens show aerial renderings of the below-grade section, comparing the existing condition on the screen, new proposed scope of work on the next one, and finally, an idea of the proposed scope with future active developments built. I will go into further details for plans and renderings throughout this presentation. In general, the existing streetcar infrastructure is comprised of two underground stations, one at Union and the other at Queens Quay. The stations are connected by a running tunnel underneath Bay Street. Streetcar access to the underground tunnels and stations is provided by the existing tunnel portal structure on Queens Quay, west of Bay Street, where streetcars from the west will descend underground and turn north, reaching the first underground station just north of Queens Quay. The streetcars then head further north underneath Bay Street and reach the terminus station at Union. To accommodate new streetcar service to the East Bayfront area of the waterfront, the overall scope of work for the below-grade section includes significant expansion of the two existing underground stations, new running tunnel and portal structure along Queens Quay between Bay and Yonge Street, track works within the tunnel and portal structures, and finally, reinstating all roadworks in the affected areas. This last aerial rendering shows an idea of the proposed scope of work with future active developments built. It should be noted that some of the proposed developments shown in purple are still in the city's site plan review process and by no means final nor approved. The next few slides provide a high-level project scope overview for each station. At Union Station, the existing streetcar station is a fairly basic station with one single curved platform with direct access to the eastbound subway platform area and beyond. The major proposed scope of work at Union Station includes expansion of the existing station to accommodate up to a total of 4 streetcar platforms and new crossover tracks that allow each platform to operate independently, thus providing operational flexibility for the streetcars that come into the station. In terms of the new entrance connections, we will provide for more than one accessible path, and we plan to maintain the existing path to the TTC's Union subway station. The feasibility of accessible paths will be assessed as the design develops with priority accessible connection to the Union Station concourse retail level. We will meet accessibility for Ontarians with Disabilities Act and Ontario Building Code requirements for accessibility and provide for redundant accessible paths where feasible. On the east side, there's one proposed entrance connection into the East Teamway area. Further coordination will be required with Metrolinx to confirm the exact location of this connection. We will also be exploring potential for an entrance connection to One Front Street. TTC intends to maintain a seamless fare-paid access between streetcars and the Line 1 subway at Union Station. Queens Quay Station is currently a basic station with one platform on each side and associated entrance connections to and from the street level. The proposed expansion at Queens Quay Station includes up to one additional platform on each side, an enhanced entrance on the west side, proposed underground connections to the active developments at 11 Bay, and new emergency egress connection requirements. In addition to the platforms, entrances, and emergency egress connections, you will note that compared to the existing station layout on the previous screen, the size of the station box is much larger. This is because of the back-of-house areas, highlighted in pink, that accommodates new mechanical, electrical, and substation spaces. Also, at one level beneath this track-level plan view, there are new fire ventilation rooms and associated ventilation shafts, which are required to meet the latest fire life safety code requirements due to the significant station expansion works and additional tunnel connection to the south along Queens Quay. Focusing your attention on the left side of the image, we have the proposed new underground pedestrian tunnel that connects passengers between platforms and also allows passengers to exit to the south side of Queens Quay to a new accessible entrance at the southeast corner of Queens Quay and Bay Street. This slide summarizes the ongoing work for Area 1. TTC had commenced preliminary design work back in the summer of last year, with preliminary design activities well underway, the focus of which, to date, has been to validate and build on previous engineering work completed. A key aspect of this design development has been ensuring proper and continuous coordination of project interfaces with the work of Focus Area 2 and adjacent public and private projects along the project limits. On that note, we had also commenced discussions to coordinate and integrate design with active development applications and key landowners. Finally, to support the engineering design, we have also commenced site surveys, which include condition assessments of underground TTC facilities, supplementary geotechnical site investigations, topographic, and subsurface utility surveys. This slide shows some preliminary renderings for Union Station, reflecting the full station build-out condition. The main image on the right focuses on the northern half of the expanded Union Station, which illustrates that the existing connection to the Union Subway Station will be maintained. We also have the proposed entrance connections to the Union Station retail level from the west side. On the east side, the image shows emergency exit to the basement level of the proposed development at 141 Bay Street. The two images on the left offer different views, with the top image showing the view looking north from the west platform. The bottom image shows a view looking south from the Union Subway Station connection. This slide shows some preliminary renderings for Queens Quay Station, reflecting the full station build-out condition. The main image on the right offers an overall bird's-eye view of the expanded station looking north. This image illustrates the new track connection at the bottom, the enhanced entrance to the left, and proposed new underground entrance connection to 11 Bay. Next to that, at one level beneath the track level, we have, as I mentioned before, the proposed pedestrian tunnel that connects passengers between the platforms and allow direct underground weather-protected route to a new accessible entrance on the south side of Queens Quay. Once again, the two images on the left offer different views, with both views looking north from the respective platforms. Next steps for the design of Area 1 include the following. We will continue the preliminary design with an aim to confirm and finalize the concept design for the below-grade works in the first quarter of this year. As I mentioned in an earlier slide, With preliminary design activities well underway, the immediate key next step is to work hand in hand with our project partners to review the results of the phasing study and implement phased implementation of the station expansions. This includes consideration for the need for the protection of a future Brandon Line connection at Union Station and looking at potential of east-west streetcar through service on Queens Quay prior to completion of the station works. We will also continue the design coordination with Waterfront Toronto on Area 2 works, continue engagement with stakeholders, and coordinate interface and integration requirements. And finally, we will be completing draft 30% design and costing to inform the business case and 2022 budget cycle. This concludes the design presentation for Area 1. Please be sure to attend our virtual community consultation meeting on February 17th from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. and to provide your feedback through our online questionnaire, which opens on February 17th.